Some people have been rather upset that in my recent community text post that I said that if you wear MAGA gear or fly MAGA flags on your trucks, that there's a 99% chance that you support and agree with everything that Trump does or says. Trying to claim that MAGA simply means that you want America to be great again and has nothing to do with support of Trump is ridiculous. Trump started the MAGA movement, and he continues to push that message all the time. There are a number of people wearing MAGA hats just to instigate and make people uncomfortable. Like when they go into an LGBT establishment and record to get people's reactions, and then try to act all outraged when people react poorly. If someone were to wear a swastika hat, they should expect some bad reactions. Now, I'm not saying Trump is Hitler, but he has a lot of really awful policies that people hate. Now, I certainly wouldn't assault someone wearing a swastika or a MAGA hat, but I certainly understand why other people would. Saying that MAGA gear is just saying that you want America to be great again is like saying that the Confederate flag is celebrating a regional identity, even though to 99% of people, it means either the support of segregation or slavery or white supremacy in general. But when it comes to MAGA, the very notion that this country had a point in time that was better than it is now is farcical to begin with. What decade do you think America was better? The 80s? The 50s? Maybe it was better for white men in the past, but certainly not for women and minorities. It was only 1974 when women were able to get credit cards and not be discriminated against at banks. It was only the same period when women weren't discriminated to work in a number of different professions. When Obama was president, the only people wearing Obama merch were rabid supporters. People didn't constantly have to prove to everyone that they were Obama supporters. You never saw people flying Obama flags on their trucks. Sure, there were a lot of Obama bumper stickers, but you found bumper stickers for just about any kind of politician. It's not the same thing at all. It was extremely rare to find people wearing Obama merch, Obama hats. And it was never considered unreasonable to assume that people wearing that merch supported everything Obama said and did. It was never in question. It was reasonably assumed. But now we're supposed to view people wearing MAGA gear as just partially or mostly supporting Trump, and not rabid, blind support. We're supposed to throw out a whole bunch of things in order to make MAGA people feel more comfortable. And let's be clear, most of the hatred towards Trump has nothing to do with him simply being a Republican, or that he makes mean and juvenile tweets. It's about his policies. For instance, wanting a satellite that shows a lot of data regarding climate change to be burned up in the atmosphere so he can claim that climate change isn't happening. Similar to how he wanted less COVID tests so the numbers didn't look as bad. Firing the person giving accurate job statistics. Specifically going after illegal immigrants who have been here for decades who have added something positive to this society, rather than focusing on the actual criminals, while making statements that most illegal immigrants are terrible people. Sending the military into cities and setting up checkpoints like in D.C. Ending health care for millions of people. Tariffs that bring up the price of so many goods while claiming that the consumers wouldn't be the ones paying for it. Increase drone strikes by 400%. Permanent tax cuts for the very wealthy while only making temporary policies regarding overtime pay and tips. Defunding cancer research. Pardoning a number of January 6ers who were actually criminals. Pardoning people who give massive praise to Trump, who he wouldn't give a pardon to if they weren't praising him. Firing a lot of federal aid workers. Undermining our credibility as an ally to a number of different countries or just across the world because he changes his position so much. And his Supreme Court picks are likely to reverse gay marriage. Then there are all his lies, like making false statements about the economy, his success with world leaders, and a number of other things that are easily proven wrong with statistics and facts. Those are the reasons why Trump is hated. And when you wear MAGA gear, it is signaling that you support all of those things. Or it signals that you want to trigger the libs, where as long as liberals are uncomfortable or angry, you're happy. Where some of Trump's policies hurt everyone, but if people on the left are freaking out about it, it's all worth it. Either way, wearing MAGA gear is not simply a fashion choice. It's telling people a clear message. Claiming that people are just upset over the fashion choice of your hat and not the message that's on the hat is completely disingenuous. Just saying.